Vicky here with you, and I thought maybe because I'm gonna be removing the plastic from my distress oxides and my distress inks, and I'm going to be swatching them, and I thought why not open up the camera and share the process. So I've already prepared little labels for all of them, because obviously that took a very some time to actually process. I've prepared my little card, my little index cards. I've made little holes with that on them, and they're going to go in a little ring. So I've got one for my distress oxide, and I've got another one for my regular distress inks. And those are not all the inks that I've got. I've got some other ones, and I've never swatched them, so I need to go back and do that. As well as I think also I would love to actually make a list of all the ones I've got, just so that I think I'm going to make a document and leave it on my Google Drive, so that when I'm out and about I don't end up buying double of things. Because as you saw, if you watched my other video, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you've seen my other video, I almost bought one that I already had, so that would have not been good. I could have gifted it, obviously, but I prefer, you know, buying the ones that I don't have, and obviously, so I'm thinking that this is going to be a good idea. And yeah, so we'll just start off with the I guess the regular distress oxide, the regular distress inks. And so usually what I do is I always store them upside down like that, so my label is actually gonna go on the side. I find that it's easier for me to find them. I'm gonna have papers everywhere here and not very long, so I just labeled them like this, and I store them in my rack upside down like that. And I'm also gonna do the little plastic baggie for this, the dauber. Obviously you don't have to have a dauber per ink. You could wash them. I just, like I said, find it very oh my god, I love that color so much. I really want it in the oxide. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, very, very pretty. So I'm just gonna put that in here. So you don't have, like, you can just wash it. I just find it more convenient to have my little bags prepared, and I can use them as I go. Just gonna keep the baby wipe closed because I've got a feeling that this is gonna be a little bit of messy process. Okay, so we've got that one done, and then I'm gonna write what this is. So this is uncharted mariner. And put that one aside. Put that aside. Let's go for the next one. Can't wait to try that one, that beautiful purple. Also anxious to see the two together, the distress oxide versus this one. One thing that I didn't buy and that I usually did buy in the past is all the refills for my ink pads. I didn't do that this time. Also didn't buy any of the paints. I find I'm not really using them, so not worth spending the money on those, at least for now, unless I change my mind. And there might be some colors that honestly, like, I'm gonna totally adore, like the Uncharted Mariner would be one, and this purple I think would be another. Oh, this is gorgeous. Yeah, definitely beautiful. And much darker than, let's say, the Wilted Violet. Like I have the Wilted Violet here. You can see the difference. Do I have the Concord? No. No, I don't have it on here. Like I said, those are the ones that whenever I would use a I would use one, I would create a little page as well as a little baggie with the dauber. But yeah, so there's that one. This is I will probably be using this one quite a lot. The type of purple I totally adore. And then we've got Prize Ribbon. That one, the label is not too long, so I don't have to really cut it and spend time doing that. I love having the names on the side, this way I'm not searching for the colors. And the fact that I have the little swatch, it really does make a difference, because then I can really make sure that make sure putting the camera on the electric cord, I can make sure that I choose the right color for what I'm wanting to do, which is why I need to create the other ones. So Prize Ribbon, might as well just write it right now. Looks like a really rich blue as well. Yeah. So you can see this one versus really need to create the other types. So like for example, Mermaid Lagoon versus the Uncharted Mariner, you can see that there's some blue, but it's like this is a lot more teal, this is a lot more blue, but this does have some teal in it. So it's very pretty. Okay, put that on the side as well. Now I'm curious to try the Distress Oxide and compare those together. Side. Okay, so let's try that. So for my Distress Oxides, I just put DO to know that it's a Distress Oxide. Because otherwise it'd be too long to write. I'm wondering how you keep your distress inks. Do you store? How do you store them? How do you keep track of them? Do you have a method for it? Very curious. Do you have any? That might be a good question as well. You might not. If you don't do mixed media, or you don't stamp or do backgrounds and stuff, you might not have it. You can see that it's a similar color, but it's not as it's more it's softer. It's kind of hard to explain the feeling that I have of it, but it's not the same type of, it's not as harsh, it's more muted. But what I love with it is when, so let's do that. Let's have a bit of fun at the same time. And let's just spray it, and I'll just leave it on the side to dry. And what I love with it is that the water pools and it makes these really cool spots on it, which are just yummy. There's some that I put too much water on, but it's okay. Actually, I want to keep, do I keep that one? Yeah, I want to keep that one out. So probably, I would like to try it with the purple. So this is oxide, and it's prize ribbon. Then let's do the purple. That one's a long name, so I'm gonna cut the excess. But yeah, it's fun to learn how people keep their stuff and how they organize and keep track of their supplies so that they don't buy things that they already own. You might not be addicts of anything that's Tim Holtz and Diane Reevely and Dina Wakley. I just adore. So have to admit that I'm quite a Ranger fan. I love their products. Oh, this is so gorgeous. So beautiful! Okay, so let's put some on this as well. And I've got another card that I would like to make a mix with. So I'm going to put some of this on that one. And I'm going to put some of the blue as well. so that one's done. Let's put a bit of water on this one. Oh, look at that. Already, like, you can tell the fun that it does. Look, as the other one is drying, you can see the impact of the water. I love that look so much. Okay, this one I'm going to wait until I have all three of my colors together before I add water. And let's see, I'm going to put my little thing away now. The good thing too is with when you're using different ones, so you don't lose the ink that's on it. Like I feel like I lose it when I have to wash it away. So this is Oxide, Villainous Potion, and let's compare that one with the other one. See, I feel like it's creamier. That would be the right term for it. Look how creamy that is. And let's compare with, I do have another purple one in here. So I have Faded Jeans versus the Prize Ribbon. See, this one has a lot more gray. The Violet. This is darker clearly, but is a little bit closer than the other one was. And yeah, don't have another blue one. Okay, so put that aside, put this aside. Let's use this blue, and we can compare that blue with the other oxides. What's fun is if you really let it dry by itself and not force it, because obviously if I use a heat tool on it, the water is going to move and the reaction is not going to be the same. The other thing to remember is that it continues, like every time I would put water on it, it would react. So that's the part that's have to be careful which type of mediums as well that you use with it. Like I couldn't put something wet on top of it because then it's gonna kind of ruin the whole thing. Okay, and oh, that looks like a fun blue. It's much brighter. Like this looks more gray now, but when you compare it with this one, that one is a lot more gray. So yeah, totally different type of, but I mean if you only have one blue, you can choose whichever one you want. You don't have to have a ton of different ones. You can see when you put it together that it's not the same type of blue. Okay, now let's spray that one. And those are going to be fun little index cards to play with at another time. I'm going to put that one. Don't really do a good job of the spraying with that. I could have just sprinkled a bit of water. That would have done the job as well. Sorry, I don't want my cards to be all wet. So this is Oxide Blue Print Sketch. Okay. Let's do the green next. Got a feeling that that would be a really fun one to use for trees, for Christmas cards and that sort of thing. And let's oh, it's a gorgeous green. Let's be honest, like there's no colors that I really don't like from Tim Holtz. So who am I kidding? Beautiful, beautiful. I do have some other, see, this is the peel paint. As you can see, this is like a more different type of green. Then you've got cracked pistachio, and that was it. I don't have any other greens. I had broken china to compare for the blues, and see that this is a lot more, has a lot more teal in it than those ones. Now I'm wondering for the lumberjack plaid how much it's gonna compare to the fire brick. So let's do that one next, because why not? I'm really hoping you guys enjoy this type of video. I'm loving swatches and things. I would swatch all day, every day. Playing with colors just makes me so happy. Colors in general just make me happy. I guess that's why it's so fun being an artist. And yes, I said it, being an artist. Working on saying it this year. Even though sometimes you still feel like I might be a fraud in saying it, but you know what, I feel like I'm exploring my artistic side in all sorts of different ways, and I'm doing more and more art journaling and stuff, and yeah, so embracing it. Okay, so here's the red. To me, this really feels like a Christmas red, which is basically what he was going for, I guess, with that type of name. And it was, I think it was part of the series of like more Christmas related colors, whereas the blue and at least the purple was more for Halloween type, I believe. I don't know when he pulled out the Uncharted Mariner, when that one came out. I've been trying to not watch his stuff so much because I just feel like I want to buy everything, and I'm really trying not to, and trying to be good and using my supplies instead of buying new ones. And I just find it's very difficult when I see him come out with new product. I want them all. So but I really want that Uncharted Mariner. When I can find it in oxide, for sure I'm gonna get it, because it's just stunning. And yeah, I just need it in my life. Need it in my life. Okay, so the last one is the Lost Shadow, which is probably the one that I was most hesitant to get, but then I figured I don't have a lot of grays, and like, I really don't have a lot of grays. So, you know, like, you've got the oxide ice spruce, but it's more like of a green than a gray. But then we shall see what it actually looks like. And put it there. Oh my, can't really see it on the white. So how about using it on a black piece of cardstock? Yeah, you can see it more on the black. So I'm not sure at all how I will use this. I do have some black journals that I should be using and that I never do. So that could be a fun ink to use on that. But definitely not one. Yeah, that one is more disappointing to me. But if I use it on the black, it could be really fun. So I guess I will have to experiment on that. Because on the black you do see it, but on the white you really don't. So, but maybe with a combination of other inks and then you put that one on top, that could also be fun. So oxide, Lost Shadow. So those are all my inks. So look what it gave on this. Isn't that fun? Like a whole page with stuff like that. I love it. That This is the blue, and you can see the red line from the other side kind of went through, which is kind of fun. And then this is my purple. So really fun little cards that I will continue to embellish at another date. But for now, that's it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this little swatching with me, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.